Hey, this is Coffee Chug, and I wanted to share another productivity tip. I have shared and talked about this tool in a previous newsletter, but I want to go back into the power of a Wunderlist. You can use this tool, wunderlist.com. There's an app. I have it on my phone and my iPad and everything else. And so as I continue to sort and get better organized, this is a tool that I'm finding to be quite helpful. It's not the end all be all, but it is one more layer in my productivity structure that really helps me out. And so you can see over here what I've done, and you can curate this for whatever you need. And so this is kind of becomes my central hub in terms of thinking about right now, not long-term storage, but in terms of being productive for the week. So the first thing that you can see is that I have each day of the week here. And I can go on through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on the weekend, what I do is I give myself goals. I typically put no more than 3 in here. You can see Monday I have 8, and the exception to that rule is you can see that some of these merge into one idea. So this whole talking thing that I'm working on really is one idea. I just segmented it into different things. And the reason that Monday has more than 3 is that some of these I did not get done over the weekend, and so I moved them into Monday to keep those going. But I give myself the whole entire week is laid out. These are things that are priority as I work through, and anything else can be added on a layer, but those are the must-haves. The rest of these just become little bits and pieces for my life. And so I have a student voice meeting coming up here very soon. And so before I create the agenda, I brainstorm different ideas that I want to talk about. And then I will convert this into a document, import it into Google Classroom, and make it more formal. But throughout the week, I start to jot down ideas that I might want to talk about in the meeting. For my newsletter, what I do for this, there's a lot in there. There's 31 links. There's a lot. As I read and come across things that I think will be beneficial to the newsletter, I'll file it in this folder. Then I will read through these, and then I will make a determining decision. One, is that information that needs to be plugged into my Evernote account and stored for good? And I'll go through and tag and go through my Evernote process there. Two, is it not really what I thought it was and delete it? Or is it 3, something that doesn't really fit either one and something that I should either blog about, as I have many blog posts in production and it may be a good reference tool to refer, um, or I just get rid of it. And so I have to make a decision on these as I go through. So I don't store it forever here, but it forces me to click and then make a decision in that moment when I build in that time. And I like to do that in the mornings. It kind of becomes my morning ritual or my first cup of coffee to kind of read and process, and it gives me a focus parameter. Experimental ideas are just that, things that are kind of out there that I'm not completely sold on, but if I do have extra time in the week, I can go and kind of mess around with those a little bit. And everything else is just the same kind of thing. And so I want to go through and just wanted to share how I use this tool. I have a lot of different tabs and folders depending on different aspects of my life, and these get revamped every week. And so I'll go through, I'll delete, I'll move, I'll shift, modify, use, not use, and that helps me. So I have a lot of paper lists, but those really become like daily tasks where these are more productive ideas that I have to move into action. I either get rid of it or I move on it. And this is very, very helpful. Prior to this, I was using solely Evernote, but the problem with that is I have so many files, I never actually go back and read them. So if I had made a to-do list, I would never go to Evernote to use it. So that part wasn't helping me. Evernote is very powerful. If there is a source and I want to keep it and I know I may use it 2, 3, 4 months down the road, I have it there for good. But I needed that intermediate place, and this seems to be working really, really well. I hope you found that helpful. If you need help, have further questions, or want to connect on how you are productive, I would love to hear your ideas because I'm constantly working to get better. I'm far from perfect, but I am making progress. Thanks so much, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts and ideas.